Good morning. It's been a hot minute, but I am back. Welcome to Lala's land. Today we'll be in my kitchen. But before I don my apron, I wanted to give a shout out to the big LSU Tigers. Anxious to see today who's going to be the QB since our little backup did so great. Although I do love me some Miles Brennan. But anyway, I'm going to put my apron on. I'm cooking gumbo, so chicken and sausage, because my girl's coming in and that's one of her faves. And it's a little cool out and got football coming on. It's Halloween, boo. I'm not a big fan of Halloween, but I do have a surprise later. Maybe I'll get some film of that, but that'll be later. Anyway, I'm making chicken sausage gumbo. Now, my windows are open. I hope my neighbors don't think I'm crazy talking to myself. But anyway, I don't care. They probably think I'm crazy already anyway. So it's pretty much, it's from scratch, except I am cheating on my roux because I don't want to stink up my house. And look, hashtag Tony Sachery's roux. This stuff is the bomb. It is closest to a real roux as you can get. But anyway, that's what I'm using for my roux. Everything else is fresh, chopped. I got all my seasoning chopped, so I just have to cook that down. And I guess when I get to that, I'll let you know like all what I put in it. But anyway, everything's kind of ready to go because I didn't want to have to do all of that this morning. So what else? Yeah, so that's it. So I'm going to don my apron. Ta-da! Just because I don't want to. Oh, and does anybody else? Okay, I'm not going to pull my shirt up, but my pants have these metal buttons, and I guess maybe just because of my height, right when I lean up against my countertop, it's right where my button hits, it's just right there, and it puts holes in my shirts. Like, I've had to throw away a ton of shirts because those metal buttons when I'm at the counter. Anyway, I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but anyway, I put a little, you know, those things you put on the bottom of furniture, the legs of furniture, those little felt things. I put one of those on my button. So I'll have to try not to kill this shirt. But anyway, so I'm gonna put my apron on, I'm gonna get some stuff going, and then I'll be back shortly. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I put in my gumbo. I'm gonna try not to turn my back to you too much. Still hand sanitizing because, you know, we're still in a freaking pandemic. Oh, I gotta say the F word. I can't even say frickin', because I promised a friend of mine I was gonna watch my language. But anyway, so, okay, I already told you about Tony's. I will be sauteing my veggies in this, it's cayenne chili pepper infused olive oil. It is from Deep South Oil and Vinegar, hashtag Deep South Oil and Vinegar. It's a locally owned place here in Houma. Amazing. This is my favorite that I've had so far. I've had some others, but I love this stuff because I like a little spice to my food. So that, I'm gonna be cooking my vegetables in that. I have, now sometimes I do my gumbo two ways. If I make my roux, which I can do, and I actually like to do, I'll get that going and I'll put my chicken with the bone and the skin in the juice raw and let it cook. It takes a long time, but it really, the chicken gets the flavor of the roux and all that bone and skin gives, and then I take all that nasty stuff out the skin and I debone it and then put it back in. But when I do the Tony's, I boil my chicken ahead of time and make my broth, my juice, which I'll probably end up having to add some canned chicken broth, but I do have my homemade broth. And then this is some thighs and breast. I prefer white meat, but that dark meat really gives it a good flavor. So all that's been done earlier this week, my chicken and my broth. I use, chop up my whatever. I'm using butterball today, but I do use turkey sausage. And that's the other thing about the Tony's. It doesn't have oil in it, and so it's delish, but it actually, who's that on my street? It's a little healthier. It doesn't have, and so I use the butterball. Now I have made, you know, with andouille and all that, but I'm trying to just be a little healthier, but it really is very good. So I'm chopping that up. I have a couple of onions chopped, my bell pepper. I will be pouring some of this. Again, if it's just me and I'm just making it for me, I use the low sodium one, but other folks are eating it, and And then I'll do a little garlic. Sometimes I have fresh garlic and I'll do fresh garlic, but I don't, so I'm using the jar minced. And yeah, so that's what's gonna go in there. I do like to chop, I don't know if you can see. No, not really. Let me see if I can swivel this just a tiny bit. How I chop my sausage. I know some people just do like, you know, the little circles. I like to cut it in half, like the long way, and then dice it that way. Just because I feel like when you're eating it, if you want a piece of chicken and a piece of sausage, if it's just this way, it's too big of a bite. Not that my big mouth can't handle it, because it can. But anyway, I end up cutting it up in my bowl anyway. So when I make it, I just try to do it that way. So I'm going to get all that really thrown in the pot. When I get it sizzling, I'll come back and show you. Okay, I'm going to come off my stand, my tripod, and show you. That's my bell pepper and onion. And I'm making a big old pot of gumbo. Let's see, how can I? There we go. My oil, so that's in there. I'm going to get that going, and then after it's kind of good and clear, I'm going to throw in my garlic. I don't put celery just because, I don't know. I don't dislike celery. Yeah, I know, I did my eyes really dramatic because it's Halloween and it's LSU, so they purple and gold. I don't dislike celery, but I don't know that, I mean, my mom is a fan, and I won't tell her I don't put celery, but I don't. She can't, I don't feel like you can tell the difference. But anyway, that's just me. So, yeah, I'm going to get that going. It's going to take a minute. Like I said, I did prepping during the week. One night I did my chicken and broth. Another night, or maybe that same night, I chopped all my vegetables in my hashtag. Guess what? Because y'all know me. I love my Pampered Chef. My Pampered Chef chopper. This is one of the best investments ever. And I had the old one where you punch down. This is just easier. So I did all that earlier in the week. And then I had some extra vegetables. So sometimes, ooh, that's what I got. I'll chop my stuff and put it in Ziploc bags in the freezer. So I do have, I know I'm off camera for a minute, but give me a second. I'll be right back. Let's see. Yes. So, I know one of my videos I showed y'all chopping peppers. So my mama's neighbor gives her these peppers, and he don't know what they are and she don't know what they are, but these are hot. I think they might be serranos. I will be throwing some of that in there because, like I said, I like my gumbo with a little bit of a kick. I gotta be careful though because not everybody likes it super hot, but I do. So anyway, I'm putting that in there too. Again, I think serranos, but I'm not sure. So while my veggies get going really well, I'm gonna tell you about this stuff. So my cousin Roxanne, so if you see this, kudos to you. We went, me and my sister and she and our other cousin went to Eureka Springs one year for Thanksgiving. And so we drove, but we brought stuff. Anyway, she made gumbo and she used this and I'm like, what? It was so good. And then she, because you know, we were traveling and whatever, we bought a rotisserie chicken and used that. And I've done that when I want to do a really quick gumbo, because you just debone the rotisserie chicken and throw it. It's really good. But anyway, you just put a cup of this in 2 cups of cold water and you cook it and it gets thick and then you dump it and it's just like a roux. Now I'm gonna double it because I'm making a huge pot, but that's what this is. And so I'm probably gonna not use a whole lot of this, Tony's, because I put the serrano peppers and I use the cayenne oil. So I'm gonna, and then this is seasoned, so I'm gonna have to kind of taste it and watch and make sure I don't over season it. But anyway, that's what I'm gonna do with this, and then I'm gonna dump it in there. And then probably when I get that going really good before I throw in my my meats, I'll come back on and show you that. Hang in there. Okay, this gets thick really, really quick, and when I've been whisking it and stirring it, but when it starts getting thick, you gotta really watch because then it starts clumping. But it's getting there. Kind of take it off the fire because it keeps getting thicker. And I'm gonna dump it in here. I'll see how much. And my sausage is in there because I like to cook my sausage with my seasoning. Yeah, it's time to dump. Let's see. And it just, I kind of just, yeah, look at the color of the gumbo once it's in there, and see how much, you know, how dark I want it. I got my juice going really, really hot. It makes it better when you, I guess I am going to use the majority of this. I'm probably going to end up putting some more water or some more chicken broth in here because it's going to be kind of dark, and I think I have room. I like to fill the pot up. And look, they have measurements of how much it is, and how I don't do all that. I just kind of guesstimate. I say estimate. Estimate's more, sounds more professional. Water this really quick so it don't stick. That's a Pampered Chef pot, by the way. The little one. The big one's a Magnolia. And let's see what this looks like. Yep, it's dark. But I'm gonna throw my chicken in there, and then I'll see how much room I have left, and I may put a little water. And then once I get it going really good, that is when I will taste it and see what I need to add and not add. But I suspect it's going to be plenty salty. See, it's kind of dark, so I'll put some more juice. And I do have a little bit of juice in my chicken. I had a little bit too much for the other bowl, so I'll put it in there. So let me throw that in there, and then we'll take a look at it then. So it's pretty close to the top, but I will fill it. I'll add a little bit more water. See, my chicken's in there. The chicken was cold, so it's gonna take a minute for it to really loosen up. And but that's how I make a gumbo, folks. Sometime. I just didn't want to bore y'all, and I mean, I love the smell of a roux, but I didn't want my neighbors like, oh, I'm going to eat at Lisa's because it smells so good in there. So anyway, so I want to tell you a quick little story before I end. Last Sunday, my mom said, I'm cooking gumbo. Why don't you come have a bowl of gumbo? So I went, watched the Saints game, and fixed myself a bowl of gumbo. And it's really thin. And so I knew, I'm like, Mom, how'd you cook this? And she uses a box mix. She just started doing that a few years ago. I mean, she's 82, so she can cook however she wants. And so anyway, it was good, but I'm like, there's something sweet in here. What you put in the gumbo that's sweet? Well, she picked up some pineapple sausage from Canada's, and she put that in there. And honestly, it tastes good, but to me, it wasn't like a gumbo. I wouldn't tell her that. And she may see this video because my sister will show her, but it was delicious, Mom. Love you. But yeah, she put sweet sausage in her gumbo. And I could definitely tell. Anyway, the sausage would be great grilled. I might go get me some. That'd be great on the grill, cut up, dip in a little honey mustard or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, she made gumbo with pineapple sausage. So it's not gonna be like mine. Mine's gonna be a little more original, but I guess unless you make your roux from flour and oil, it ain't really original. But anyway, that is Lala's gumbo. That's my morning in the kitchen. When I'm done with that, I'm gonna put it on low, let it simmer for a long time. I'm gonna go sit and watch me a little bit of pre-game stuff. And y'all have a wonderful day. Have a happy Halloween. Special shout out to Katie, who is 31 on the 31st. It's her golden birthday, and she just loves her some Halloween. So she's having a party tonight. That's why my girl's coming in. That's my daughter's best friend. So she and Tiffany are coming to go to the party. And yeah, that's that. I'm not a huge fan of Halloween. So I very well may go in my bedroom, turn the lights out, and watch a Hallmark movie or something like that. Or some more football. Depends who's playing tonight. Some college football. I love me some college football. But anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. Have a happy Halloween. You got to remember, you still got to wash your hands left and right. Don't touch your face. Wear your mask when you go out. It's not that big of a deal. Good Lord. If I had a choice between a mask and a brassiere, it would be a mask. But anyway, and I guess I do have a choice. I don't have to wear a brassiere, but just like I wear the mask for you, I'm wearing a brassiere for you too. So y'all have a wonderful day. Peace out.